together, and that's what we are right now. You ready? You ready, Linda? Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the light in you. Feel the love you were born to be. Raise your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love you were born to be. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Every walk of life.
Every walk of life.
In every creed and color.
Every creed and color.
Kinship we unite.
Kinship we unite.
To honor the light in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves me and God loves you too. Feel the love you were born to be. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together
in the name of love.
Good morning. Wow, it's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be above ground. Wow. Take a deep breath in. My name is Reverend Sue Oliver. I'm one of the volunteer ministers here at Unity of Tucson. And we have a vision here at Unity of Tucson. And I invite you to share that with me this morning by repeating together, there it is. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. So the vision is the world that we see, and then the mission is how we move and co-create that together. So I invite you to share the mission together by repeating, love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. So, if you are here for the first time online, please go ahead, go to unitytucson.com, and you can fill out some information so we could get to know you more. How about folks in the room, if you're in person and you're willing to stand up or raise your hand, we'd love to welcome you if you're in the room for the first time. And don't, remain standing. Wait. Go ahead, if you would remain standing. There's something that we know about you even before you walked in the door. It's our secret, and we're going to share it with you right now. Ready, everybody? Here's what we know about you. You are magnificent. And yes, thank you. You can sit, you can be seated. It's so cool because the last time I was up on stage, I had the clicker, and now I'm clicker free, and I feel so much more free. That clicker was like stressful. So, because we know that about you, we can say that about ourselves because we are all spirit in form. And so join me in acknowledging, I am magnificent. And yes, you are. All right. here's where we ask, it's the first week of May, are there any birthdays this month? And if you haven't filled out, where's Roberta? I'm looking for Roberta. Okay. And it's my birthday too, and I didn't fill out a form. Somebody might have to fill one out for me. No, just kidding. So any birthdays? And raise your hand if there's a birthday this month. Okay, we'll sing happy birthday to you a little later today. Make sure that you fill out the sheet, because what we do is we give a donation. You're going to fill out the sheet with an organization that you'd like a donation to go to. And we will do a drawing later on in the service so that whoever's name is drawn, the donation will go to that organization. All right, now it's time to light the flames of faith. And this week, our keepers of the flame are Don Brazil and Laura Cass. And the flames of faith are our way of acknowledging the many paths of spirit informed through the different religious and spiritual traditions. And we'll go ahead and have them walk through that. Thank you.
Good morning. Taking a deep breath and centering myself. For some reason, no matter what time I get up on Sundays, I feel like I've rushed, if I have or I haven't. So, everyone, good morning, Dawn. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for these shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all of those who are yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. And this final candle, this is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experience. This is your candle for whatever is in your heart and mind that requires the light. Thank you.
And just checking to see if this is illuminated. Is it? Oh, no. It's supposed to be consistently illuminated. Well, imagine the light in this candle. Because it's the peace candle, which we keep constantly illuminated, whether you can see it or not. To represent the consistent illumination of peace in our hearts. And as we allow this inherent peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, and actions, we create a more peaceful world for all. And so let's go ahead and honor the peace candle by sharing this affirmation together for peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. So it is. I'd like to introduce Laura Cass, who's got another rendition here. As our wrap, she's going to do a reading, an affirmation, and prayer. Thank you, Laura.
If by some weird chance you don't know who I am, anyway, I'm Laura Cass. You know those things in the funhouse or arcades where you get this hammer and you bonk this thing down and then somewhere this other thing comes up and it's whack-a-mole? You know, you hit this one and then you hit this one and then you hit this one, like some sadist invented that game because you could never win. That's kind of what it felt like for me this week. Every place I went, I was whacking in that mole, whether it was the ice maker didn't work in the refrigerator, my printer didn't work. That takes about an hour to fool around with your printer. I was telling someone, I thought I had it fixed. And I hear it whirring, and I go back there and look. And I forgot to put the back on, and that thing's just spitting paper across the room like this. So that's when you say to yourself, I think I'm kind of done with this. I need a timeout. So I think, I'm supposed to talk about something on Sunday. I wonder what that could be. What'll I talk about? Well, I'm stuck still. I'm still whacking the mole. And so I look through the usual suspects, like Charles Fillmore and Eric Butterworth and the folks, and I pick up this book that I have that's called If the Buddha Got Stuck. Well, all things are possible. It's by Charlotte Kasl, Kasl. So I'm just going to open the book at some random place, I tell myself. And I open it up, and it says, Dear Laura. No, it doesn't. Might as well. The chapter is called Clear Out the Chaos and Make Room for Life. Well, how could that be more perfect anyway? So I want to just read you some little blurbs from this and talk about what they mean. She says, living with constant chaos around us is like listening to static of the radio. We can never get a clear channel. We never hear the music or the beating of our own hearts. To make room for the beloved, the Spirit, a clear idea about our future or our heart's delight, we need stillness and relaxation. Junk food, junk mail, junk thoughts, and just plain junk often get in the way of feeling calm. You ever notice that? So focus your awareness on the physical and emotional effects of the chaotic life. Are you frustrated or cursing because you misplaced the keys, run out of milk, fall over shoes in the front hall, or absolutely just run out of clean underwear? So all these things can happen. But if you take all of those life's little irritations, and in retrospect, they really are, but they're all like these little pebbles building up in the bottom of your shoe, and you're just trying to walk on them, and how irritating that is, especially if you're wearing flip-flops and you try to walk someplace in the sand. So your body revs up in frustration, she says. So what in your lifestyle and living space creates frustration? What creates calm? But notice, when you're looking at a sense of beauty, a sense of calm, this is undoubtedly coming from the space that you have created around yourself, whether you're looking at a specific color, hearing some particular music. So she goes on talking about how we bring this on ourselves, about the chaos and the things that we're living in all the time. And also, I think there's an interesting thing in here about collecting things, just buying stuff that you look around pretty soon in your house like, do I really need that? If you've walked through an airport lately and looked at all those gift shops and you think, someone's going to buy all this junk. Look at these things, one after the other after the other. So it doesn't bring us any happiness. And when she goes on about keeping all of these things down to a minimum, I kept thinking, she is really talking about unity here. She's not talking about whether or not I dust my floors or clean out the garage or whatever. It's all about what's inside me. What am I doing? How am I taking care of myself? By actually doing my own house cleaning within myself and getting to that place of calm, that place of serenity. It has to do with our own self-care, how we're caring for ourselves. You know, there's that old saying, if we don't care for ourselves, who's going to? So every once in a while, I like to pretend that I'm observing myself. I'm in a drone up here, maybe a couple thousand feet. I'm up here and looking down at me. Why did you do that? You could have done that a different way. Take a step back. Think about this. It will improve your life. So it's that whole process of learning and knowing who we are and taking those basic unity principles that we sometimes forget about, reminding ourselves, going inside, doing our own internal housekeeping, and being that observer of yourself. So this month, the affirmations seem to fit all of this for me very, very well. And I'm going to say the affirmation, and then as we do, we will repeat it twice together. This really hit home. The affirmation is, I live a life of meaning, purpose, joy, and fulfillment. I wasn't really having any joy. So take a deep breath. Renew, review, relive all of those unity principles we know so well. And let's all say this together because we can all live this life and not whack-a-mole anymore. Together. I live a life of meaning, purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Whew. I live a life of meaning, purpose, joy, and fulfillment.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know.
And we know without a shadow of a doubt who we are. We are God. We are spirit. We are our own blessed selves. We are grateful. And that spreads out all around us. As we do those things, take care of ourselves, and love those around us, we are still. We know we are God. And we know that every one of us in this room and beyond is God.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that you are God. still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know.
I always say that music is a prayer times 3. And so without further ado, our own Beryl Varno is going to be singing. She's been singing, I think 6 songs. Is that right today? I mean, let's give her a round of applause and welcome her for the feature song.
Thank you very much. Just a couple of words before we begin. Linda Ackerman, yes, and the band, the rest of the fellas. 3 weeks ago, Linda said to me, Beryl, can you sing on May 7th? And I'm like, yeah, I got the song picked out and everything. And she said, okay, but just so you know, you're singing all of the songs. And I went, excuse me? What does that mean? Well, I found out, and I put my best vocal cord forward. I reached out to my vocal teacher, Alex Lionheart, who is here today. Alex has been a bedrock for me as far as giving me confidence in my vocal abilities. And he agreed to meet with me twice this week, and he came here early to warm me up. So I'm very, very excited to sing this next song, which is a rendition by Kelly Hunt, which you've heard me sing 2 of her songs so far. But it is an actual Beatles song, and I am going to dedicate this song to my youngest brother, Mark, who is a tremendous Beatles fan. Mark, buddy, this one's for you. It's the word. Say the word and you'll be free. Say the word and be like me. Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard? The word is love. It's so fine. It's sunshine. It's the word love. In the beginning, I misunderstood. But now I got it, the word is good. Spread the word and you'll be free. Spread the word and be like me. Spread the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard? The word is love. It's so fine, it's sunshine, it's the word love. In the beginning, I misunderstood, but now I've got it, the word is good. Spread the word and you'll be free. Spread the word and be like me. Spread the word I'm thinking of. Spread the word, word, word. It's love. It's so fine. It's sunshine. Spread the word, love. Come on! Come on! Now I know what it feels to be right. I'm here to show everybody the light. Give the word a chance to say that the word is just a way. It's the word I'm thinking of. And the only word is love, love, love. It's so fine.
So what you don't know just happened is the words completely went off the screen up here. And Beryl was still able to light the fire in the house. I mean, we don't hide anything up here, sorry. Sorry, Reverend Jonathan. I'm not Reverend Jonathan. He is, I think it's the 4th week. I know he's not been walking the Camino for 4 weeks, but we've had 4 guest speakers. And so actually, we've not only survived, we're thriving. And here's the thing about this wonderful community and our spiritual leader, teacher, Reverend Jonathan, is that we couldn't do it without each one of you, with each one of us. So let's just give ourselves a hand for 4 weeks. Oh my gosh. So we're in this new month of May where the theme is purpose, and really taking a moment to consider why. Why are you here? Not why are you here today, but why are you here on earth? Take a moment. And the cool thing about this community is we can have fun with this, right? We can have a sense of humor rather than, why am I here? So why have you taken birth? Why are you here? Because what if you are really here to live a life of meaning, purpose, joy, and fulfillment, as we affirmed earlier? The life that you want to live. Well, this is the truth. This is your DNA. This is who you are. You are love in motion, love in form. Whatever name you choose to give the divine, I happen to call it God, but it could be spirit, it could be life, it could be consciousness, whatever that is for you. It is right where you are. It's who you are. You brought it. It came with you as you walked in the door. It's sitting in this very seat that you're in right now. Take a moment and acknowledge the wonderful divinity that's in this room. And we got to do that in the song. I love that. Take a look and see the love. Marianne Williamson says, the light at the center of things is who we are. And our mission in life is to uncover this light. I would add this light and love, because it's all God. My mentor, Reverend Susie Shadle, when I was in ministerial school, who just recently retired from the senior ministry at Unity of Sarasota, she used to remind us as students that we are here to love, serve, and remember. John Austin has a really wonderful song. You should go check that out if you haven't heard it. And we are definitely, as we think about our mission here at Unity of Tucson, we are here on behalf of love. We are here to experience and express infinite possibilities of love in motion, love in form. Newsflash, you are a lean, mean, possibility-creating machine. Spirit and form, constantly evolving and coming to know itself in, through, and as each one of you, as all life, as all beingness. But sometimes we forget. What gets in the way? Here's the caveat. So, this is who we are, we remember who we are, and we forget. We get to choose to remember, consciously or unconsciously. If you're wondering what you're committed to, look at what's showing up in your life. From a place not of blame, but from a place of naming what it is you want. Not from a place of, I don't want this, inflation, challenges in my life, challenges with family, challenges with all these things going on in my life. What do I really want? And taking a stand and living from this why, moment to moment. What's so wonderful about New Thought teachings is that we get to choose again and again and again, even though it may not feel that way. Moment to moment. You are the artist of your life. And this is what it means to live your why moment to moment. Simple, not easy. I would say it can be simple and it can be easy, again, as we choose. You can ask yourself, why was I born? Why did I come to earth? What am I doing with this gift of precious life? So last Wednesday, I turned 62. Thank you. I did it all myself. And it's interesting in this time and space, in this world, this culture that we live in, what 62 can mean on this side of challenges or this side of opportunity. Some of you may say, oh gosh, you're looking young, Sue, or oh my gosh, that's so old. Or some of you might be right in there with me. You're like that 60 kind of like. What I hear and what I've heard are things like, oh, now that you're 62, you can legitimately retire. And I thought, well, what would illegitimately retire look like? I don't know. And I've heard stories of hurrying up and getting my Social Security because you don't know if it's going to be there anymore, and this fear mongering around what life's about, and especially when you're in your 60s. But I don't believe in traditional retirement. I look at the word retire and I think about it retiring, putting on a whole new set of tires as I roll down this road. And you know what? They're going to be four-wheel driving tires and all-weather tires. So I'm up for that kind of retirement. I have this mantra. It's my life's purpose is, well, this belief that when you do what you love and give back, the rest follows. And my mission is to experience joy, enthusiasm, love, laughter, and yes. That's jelly, Jelly. Joy, enthusiasm, love, laughter, and yes, exclamation point. Are you with me? Yes. So what I noticed, what I love, first I want to step back, and I really appreciated when Reverend Jonathan was saying how he had missed being a music director. And before he left for his Camino pilgrimage, he said he was going for an audition to get back into musical productions. How cool is that? And then now he's walking hundreds of miles on the Camino, right? And I thought, wow, what am I going to do? This is like his 50th. He said, when I turn 50, this is what I'm going to do. I thought, well, what am I going to do at 62? Well, I got a dog. Now, some of you have heard this in class the other night, but I didn't just get any dog. I didn't get a puppy. I got a overweight 10-year-old pug who can't hear. And why did I do that? Because one of my whys in life, I think we have a portfolio of whys. It's not just one why. There's so many things when you think about the dreams and the things that light you on fire. I call it a blissipline. Reverend Michael Beckwith, one of my other mentors, called it a blissipline. It's what you love and what you're really good at or getting even greater at. And so one of my whys is animal rescue, senior dog rescue. So I was playing a little small over the last few years saying, oh, when I get a house, when I settle in, when I make up my mind I'm staying in Tucson, I'll get back into animal rescue. And I noticed that part in me. Do you know what I mean? That part that says, not why. It was more like, why not? Oh, I have a house. I'm not home very much. And I just noticed that part of me that was holding back. So I said, what the heck? I'm going to go and adopt. Well, I didn't think I'd adopt. His name's Bob. After my dad's name was Bob, so he's Bob Oliver, which is my dad's name. But just really that invitation to look at whatever part in your life you're holding back, whatever age or stage. The book that I'm reading, I wanted to just recommend this one. It's so awesome. It's called Do Not Go Quietly, A Guide to Living Consciously and Aging Wisely for People Who Weren't Born Yesterday. It's a great book. It's by the husband and wife team, George and Sedina Caponelli. I highly recommend that. So what gets in the way of, what getting in the way? I'll just own it myself. Got in the way of me saying, this is the life I choose to live. This is the life that I am born to live. This is my DNA. And it was this space between my ears, like the 6 inches. The stories consciously or unconsciously that I tell myself. Do you have any unconscious or conscious stories that you tell yourself that keep you playing a little small? And here's what I also want to caveat. Sometimes a new thought, I feel like there's this pressure to solve world hunger, to be a Buddha, to be Jesus, to walk the Camino, or whatever that is. And we are truly all the divine. There's no separation. So we are Buddha's in form, we are Jesus in form, and all of that. But what if living your why, moment to moment, is as simple as loving always? Giving the smile, receiving the smile. It's a giving and receiving game, right? It's not just one way. Like, what if it's as simple as just really living our truth, living our DNA, and expressing it? You know, there's this thing called the comparison trap, where I mentioned the Buddha or Jesus, but it could be sometimes as simple as looking at others around me. If you ever do this, maybe nobody in this room is doing this or has done this, and you say, wow, look what they're up to. Look what they've accomplished. And again, in this culture, I think I'm still working in a world where it's kind of linear, right? It's like what I produce, how much I earn, the kinds of accomplishments. Now, I love what I do. I get to work with small businesses almost every single day to support them in putting the wings on the dreams of what they want to be and do in the world. So it is a ministry. It's really exciting. But there's a lot of administration. There's a lot of things that go along with it. And sometimes I think, gosh, you know, is this really what I'm here to be and do? I guess my invitation around living an everyday why is I get to bring it wherever I go. Like even with administrivia, even with stuff that I don't necessarily like to do. What if I bring this joy of life and love to every instant of my life? I don't always do that. Even though it's my divine nature, my divine identity, I don't always do that. And to not blame myself for it, but just to consider it an invitation. Where in my life can I continue to experience and express more of the jelly in my life? Now, what's really neat is that we have tons of tools here in this spiritual community in the New Thought teaching. We just finished this awesome class that I got to co-teach with our own Susan Smith here in the front row on meditation practices. We have wonderful classes here that you can take. And the greatest beauty of the class is not the stuff that comes in your brain, but in the connections and the experiences of learning and growing together in community. And here we also, what's so awesome about Unity of Tucson is it is a place where you can show up whatever's going on in your life. It doesn't always have to look like, I've got it all together and I'm going to go to church today. You can show up in places where it might feel really dark or challenging and allow yourself to be nourished and renewed and fed by the beloveds in this room and those that happen not to be here today. Affirmative prayer, big invitation. Prayer chaplains, I'm a prayer chaplain. We love to sit with you and hold your situation or other situations in affirmative prayer and to know the truth, particularly in times when you may forget, to remind you who you really are. Love in form, God in action. And of course, there's always opportunities to volunteer, sacred service. Whatever that is calling. I actually have been thinking, what about, Jonathan's not here, Reverend Jonathan, maybe a pet ministry. Cats are allowed, just because I'm a dog lover. Anyway, whatever's on your mind and heart where you're like, oh, wow, I'd like to see or create this. There is this wonderful cauldron of consciousness where you get to share your gifts, your passions, your disciplines together in community. I love Laura actually did the talk for me today because, I love everything that she shared with this reading and the affirmation and the prayer, and that is self-care. So expressing your why on a daily basis, there's an invitation to take care of this mind, body, and spirit. Because, like you said, nobody else is going to do that for you. So moving and what you eat and what you put into your mind, body, and spirit, how you're feeding yourself, that's another way to consider how to live your why on a daily basis. And you matter. Each one of you matters. This community is not the same. Whether or not you're here for the first time, if you've been here for decades, This community would not be the same without you. Do you get that? Yeah. Magnificence in form. You are magnificence. Not just magnificent, you are magnificence in form. And so from this book, I do have homework. I do have a little bit of homework. I call it home play. I don't like work. Sorry, Reverend Jonathan, it's home play for me. Think about this question. Well, actually, there's a few nuances to the homework. Let's start with this. What actions can I take today to express my unique gifts and talents, my discipline? You ready to take that on? Consider, this is kind of like the somber moment. Consider that each moment, each encounter, each thought, word, and deed could be your last. We know this, particularly after having moved through the pandemic, yes? If this is true, here are some questions you might want to ask yourself. Is this truly the best and highest use of this moment, and this moment, and this moment? Is this truly the best and highest use of this moment, this energy, and this interaction? Because you can choose, and choose again. Part 2, is what I'm doing contributing to improving my life and the lives of others? Or am I just going through the motions? Have you ever gone through the motions, just gone through the motions? I have. I forget that I'm doing that. And so your home play is to simply notice when and where you're going through the motions, or when you're really living your why. And I have an ending quote from the book, Do Not Go Quietly, Go Outrageously Out. That's another book. You have the opportunity today to remember that you can use this precious gift that is your life in any way you choose. You can spend your time in the push, the pull, and noise of the outside world. You can listen and be influenced by the often confusing suggestions and demands that others make. Or you can go into the quiet of your own heart, to the place inside you where you hold your dream, and let the wisdom of this dream guide you. Peace and blessings.
May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on.
This is our time to go within and remember once again who we really are. Resting, relaxing, sinking down, communing, connecting, in, through, and as Spirit, the divine, God essence, as our life in this moment and every moment. Here and now, I claim, name, declare, and know that our why is coming forth most magnificently, beautifully, easily, gracefully, prosperously, lovingly, generously. Stepping aside, we can allow it to be God in form, magnificence in form. And so graciously, gratefully, I allow it to be, letting go, it is so, and so it is. Amen.
May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Satnam. Satnam.
I say we give her a standing ovation. What do you say so far? And the band, Linda. If I had to sing 6 songs with words not appearing on the screen, there's no way I'd make it. Not going to happen. All right, so we're going to invite Steve Weaver. Is it right? Where's he? Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry, the lights are on. To actually share about our offering, community, and giving.
Good morning. So this is my first time, on this stage. So I thought what I'd do today is talk a little bit about how I found Unity and why I contribute time and treasure to it. So when I was in 4th grade, I attended Jerry Falwell's church in Lynchburg, Virginia. And what I learned there is there was a very small number of people who were right. And everybody else was wrong. And that felt, wrong to me. Sorry, it's a little bit of a emotional sharing. So when I found Unity, and this ceremony, which talks about embracing each other, that's what we're all about. So why do I contribute time and treasure to Unity? And why should you? If this is your place, if this fills your heart, if this is a place you can grow, it's important to take care of your house. And so I would ask you to just look inside. And not just today. We have a wonderful gala coming up in November that we'll be talking about in a couple weeks. But this is a place that, if you connect with it, can help you be a better person. I mean, Mahatma Gandhi said, and I know this is sort of a church, we call ourselves a spiritual center, and I'm talking about Gandhi. But Gandhi said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service to others. And I believe that. So, Appreciate you being here and showing up, and we will have our offering now. Thanks.
Thank you, Steve.
Source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks and all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. I have joy, it is my power, and I have everything I need. I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, but I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Yeah, love is my source, love is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Everything I need.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Let me empty my hand of the important clicker. And if you wouldn't mind turning around so we can get all this energy coming back into those baskets. Let us begin. We bless these gifts, and we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to hear from Reverend Jonathan, right? How many of you all got the message from Jonathan from the Camino last week? Reverend Jonathan was walking. All right, so I think we're going to have here. Oh no, announce. Okay. Magically, it's like the Wizard of Oz.
Good morning, spiritual family. Happy Sunday. It's Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz checking in from the Camino. And I'm just leaving Fromista and heading to Carrión de los Condes today. In a couple days, I will actually hit the official halfway point.
Yay!
And apparently, when you hit the official halfway point, you can actually get a certificate saying that you've gone halfway. Which is kind of cool. The other thing, so let me see, I have gone about 350 kilometers, which is about 217 miles.
Wow.
All on foot, and got a couple of weeks left. I'm planning to walk into Santiago de Compostela on May 25th. And yeah, so all is well. There's something that I learned about the Camino that I thought was interesting that I wanted to share with you, and that is that in Spain, the Milky Way, you know, the Milky Way in the sky, our galaxy that you can see at night, in Spain, many people refer to the Milky Way as the Camino de Santiago, the way of St. James. And the reason that they do this in part is because there is an idea that the Milky Way is comprised of the dust that is kicked up from pilgrims' shoes as they walk, which I thought was interesting. Anyway, as we walk west, At night, apparently, and I haven't been walking at night, so I can't vouch for this, but at night, apparently, you're walking in the same direction and path as the Milky Way. So, just another little bit of interesting news. I'm in the middle of the meseta here in Spain. It's like the plains, like the prairies. It's very long and flat, which makes for quick and easy walking, which is nice, because I needed some quick and easy walking after, as some of you know, I had my ankle flared up and I had to take a rest day a couple weeks ago. Strange to say a couple weeks ago. But that's all better now. So all is well. Yay. I continue to walk, and I'm grateful for all of you and look forward to seeing you. And I miss you very much. Saw pictures from the potluck last week and felt a little sense of sadness that I wasn't there. But I'll be back before you know it. Anyway, buen camino. Bye, everybody.
Was it Reverend William last week that said he was going to walk the Camino when he grows up? It's really inspiring. So we got some announcements, I think. And now this week's announcements. So next week we're going to be blessed with Reverend Felicia Searcy and our musical guest, Aaron Anderson. So be there, be square. Save the date. We heard about the upcoming gala on November 10th. Early bird tickets on sale. So last year was phenomenal. So if you didn't go last year, definitely make sure you go this year. So welcome, welcome, welcome to that. Of course, Mother's Day. Reverend Felicia will be talking about Mother's Day next Sunday. 20% off all jewelry items in the Desert Light Bookstore through the 14th of May. All right, community life event, immersive sound healing and life-affirming activities live into full expression on Saturday, May 27th. Is that your event? No. Whose event is it? Okay. Yeah, so again, this is an opportunity. If you've got some kind of cool idea or event that you want to be part of, just say, hey, I'm really willing to be the one. Okay, the Rainbow Lunch Bunch, Unity of Tucson's LGBTQ+ members and allies come together and socialize about spiritual principles. The next meeting is going to be next Sunday, May 14th for the potluck. All right, and let's give a big round of applause to the. We've got the birthday, right?
Yes. So before you finish with announcements, I don't know that it made it up there about the Green Committee.
Who's doing the Green Committee?
Well, actually, this is such short notice, but Molly and I got talking and we said, it's one thing we don't have is a group that's saying, what can we do that's more green as a group, more environmentally friendly? Is there some activity we should be taking place or we should be joining or something, initiatives of our own? We don't even know what that looks like. So we just started talking about it last week. So we're going to have an initial meeting over here in, what's that room number over there? What is that, Molly? Okay. Anyway, right after, have your coffee, whatever, please come over there about 11:30.
Piano room.
For those who are interested, not the annex, this room here behind Harmony Hall. So, Green Committee. Okay, thank you.
Lots going on. Good golly, Miss Molly back in the back there. Good to see you.
That's right.
All right, so should we do the birthday thing now before we start going into thanking everybody? Okay, Molly.
Yes.
Mother's Day potluck next Sunday. Yes. Thank you, Molly. Thank you for that reminder. So let's see. So I picked the birthday person. Yes. Okay. All right. The name and the charity. Okay. Lee Abraham.
There she is.
Yay. Right. And the charity. Oh, hi. Yeah. I was like, you're right in the front row. Your daughter. And it is Casa de los Niños is the charity. All right. So is this where we're going to sing happy birthday to all the birthday buddies? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to you. So if you want to get your prayer on, your affirmative prayer chaplains, Laura Cass and Don Brazil, are you going to be? Sherry Hoffman will be willing and most able and excited to sit with you in prayer. So this is a chance to say thank you to all the amazing folks that have brought this service into being today. So let's just thank our technical crew in the back, Don and folks that make us sound really great. Keepers of the Flame, Laura Cass and Don Brazil. All of our prayer chaplains, Sherry, Laura, and Don. And Steve Weaver for sharing about his story about giving to the community. Linda and the band. And I do want to thank all the ushers, the greeters, and everybody else who had a hand, the hospitality team, everybody that had a hand and heart in the service. And last but not least, Beryl Varno, our guest, vocalist. You're welcome. Gosh, that's hard to do. Up until now. To complete our time here today, let's share together the prayer of divine awareness, and then Beryl will take us out in beautiful song. So join me in sharing. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen.
You know this song. If you can get out of your chair, join me. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Woo-hoo! I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. I'm loving every living thing. Oh yeah. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more, and we've got all the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. Come on! I can't help it. Linda makes me want to sing. I can't help it. Alex Lionheart makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. I'm believing in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. Oh yeah, I just dig down to